Yup, what's good? It's your favorite stoner DeeWild, and if you watching this, that mean that you trying to take your career to the next level. You're a serious artist, and you want to figure out how to make a little money, how to build your fan base, how to start touring, how to start doing these shows, how to put your music in iTunes. This learn and burn, baby. I give free game back to all my independent artists. You know what I'm saying? I believe in each one, teach one, so this is just my way of paying it forward. Good morning as always, man. First things first, we gotta thank God for another 24 hours, man. If he gave you another day on this earth, go do something because somebody didn't wake up this morning, you feel me? This is Learn and Burn. Like I just said, man, we in the middle of a wake and bake, man. I hope y'all finna roll up some of that pressure, whatever you got, man. Drop whatever you smoking in the comments, man. From where I'm at all the way to where you at, man. I hope it's none but some fire, man. I wish you the best. But if you new, be sure to subscribe. Be sure to like the video, share it with your people or whatever. I'm just kicking free game back, man. I'm not no YouTuber. As always, I'm just an independent artist, trying to pay it forward. Today, we're going to be talking about how often should you drop music as an independent artist. And I know that this is kind of a controversial subject in the world of music because you'll have old heads that tell you you need to stick to this, and the same way that it worked in 2003, they have this formula back when they was working under whatever company as an intern or as whatever position they was. It's always somebody on social media that can tell you how you should drop your music and when to drop it, and I'ma just give you what I think is the best advice. I mean, to be honest with you, it's your career. You gonna do what you want to do regardless. If somebody tell you don't drop no music until this time, if you want to drop music, you gonna drop music. Let's just be honest with you. Like, that's the beauty of being an independent artist. You don't have to answer to a bunch of label people. And for my independent artists that do have to answer to somebody, then I hope it's all copacetic and y'all on the same page. That way you get your music dropped. Me personally, I would suggest, because in 2018, bro, let's just be real. The consumer's attention span is this short. So if you're not in their face, if you're not active, if you're not current, if you're not keeping them in tune, they gonna forget about you. So my suggestion, and it all depends on what your budget is and how your finances looking, but I would suggest drop a song every 2 months minimum. And that's just because it's 4 weeks in a month. So 8 weeks, you should, be ready to squeeze all of the juice out of that orange that you can for them 8 weeks. You should be hitting the streets promoting it. You should be out here doing open mics, getting some performance videos out of you, pushing this single, videos, vlogs, interviews. Just do everything you can to push this single. And and I'm not saying after the 8 weeks just give up and move on to the next thing, but in 2018 the people's attention span is so short. Like, you could give somebody a full-length project in January, and by April, May, people gonna be like, hey man, when you dropping something new? Just because albums ain't riding like they used to. Even if they is riding, like, look at an album last year like Kendrick, Damn, that's still riding to this day, you know what I'm saying, a year later. But we kind of like, hey, all right now, you've been giving us a little this and that, but we ready for another project. Time is ticking, baby. I ain't got on no watch, but time is ticking. But so I say minimum, if you drop a song in January, I say by March you need to have another record out. Now, I'm not saying, don't give up on promoting that, because you want to promote that as well. But I say minimum every 2 months. And they gotta be hot songs. They gotta be good songs. You can't just be giving no bullshit and expecting it to ride 2 months. Now, if it's just a little throwaway, then hey, it is what it is. Let it go. But it's all up to you. Now, if you one of them people that record and mix and master yourself and got your own studio in the crib or whatever, then you could drop a song every day. It's whatever you choose. But minimum, this is my suggestion, minimum. If you're not able to drop a song every week or every month, then at minimum 2 months. You don't want to be one of these people that drop a song and try to work it for 6 months and the records died 3 months into that 6 months. The record wasn't even strong enough to carry you to the 6 month. You see what I'm saying? Like, you're not a superstar artist where you have a major label pushing that record. Like, you see records like a Bodak Yellow or, just hot songs that just catch steam and feel like they just have this wave. Like, you see it taking off from March all the way, it's building up. April, spring break, May, when people getting out of school, the summer start is really turning up by Memorial Day. 4th of July is at an all-time high. August, school is about to start again and people still riding like to the record. You don't have that major label budget and that major label push to where you can get that wave to ride for that long. So if you don't have that push behind you, you gotta stay active. You gotta keep it fresh. And I would say, honestly, if you can drop a song every 2 months, by that third time around, it's time for you to drop a single or whatever. If your first 2 singles are good and already moving, and that third single is starting to pick up, I say drop the project right behind that. You got the steam, you got the momentum, go ahead. What you waiting on? It's people out there that tell you, oh, don't. If you can afford to drop a project and the time is right, then drop a project. If it's not gonna break you financially, then I say do it. Especially if you got the momentum coming off 2 hot singles, but you got to put them singles out there to get that momentum and get that traction. Get your face out there. You see what I'm saying? Like, you can't just, I'm just gonna drop a secret album like, boom, randomly Thursday night. Nobody expected it. You didn't put no marketing, no promo. You just went and spent $400-500 to get the album, mixed, mastered, produced, and cover art, videos. You just got all that, and nobody is expecting anything. So now you hoping that somebody catch on somewhere and go viral. Come on, bro, like. And me personally, just to give you my personal experience, just the way my my momentum, not to brag or nothing or to be cocky, but just the way my momentum's going right now, I've dropped at least a song every month since October of 2017. Here it is, March 2018, and that's just strictly off of the momentum of the last record that I dropped. Like, if the momentum is there, if the attention is there, then you got to keep feeding them. You got to keep, if they at your booth, like, I'm gonna entertain you while you at my booth before you move on to the next person in the circus. You see what I'm saying? Like, it's just all up to you, man. It's all up to you. You gotta, figure out what your fans want. If you want to be one of them artists that just drop project after project after project, I don't think that's the best decision, just because you not, getting the most out of every project. If you got 14 songs on a project, you got a good 4-5 videos you could shoot, a good 4-5 songs that you could really push as singles and, try to get some radio play, even if it's online or satellite, whatever, just, trying to build that buzz up. In a year, you done drop 3 projects with that total, 40, 50 songs, but yet nobody know who you are outside of your area code. It's like, come on, bro. You wasting your time, you wasting your money. Like, you gotta think, really, for real, this shit is chess, not checkers, man. But you got all the free game you need as long as you tuning in to Learn and Burn. And that's why I'm here, baby. just to, pay it forward, man. I hope y'all learned something, man. I hope y'all picked up on something. Be sure to like the video if you haven't liked it already. Be sure to subscribe if you haven't subscribed already. Any questions, comments, concerns, any subjects you want advice about, drop it in the comments, man. If I don't know something, I could do some research on something. I could call you. We could do some research together. If I do know something, hey, I'm here to give you all the game I know, man. This is DY. This is Learn and Burn. And I'm out, man. Finna finish the rest of this wake and bake, baby.